Everyone who sees American history who recognizes that they are a civilized nation. They are developed countries. Their civilization is also the latest civilization on Earth. America wants to publish values and justice, under the pretext of fighting global terrorism. But in fact America is the biggest perpetrator of terrorism and crime in the world. There is no need to say much to reveal that America is the greatest crime in the history of human civilization. They committed the most terrible crimes. None of the world's population doesn't know. We will present a note about them, including: First, Indians. America named the Native Americans as Redskins and raised the slogan "Genocide is easier than Christianizing against them." In 1664 AD, a book entitled Giant was written by George Jack, which contained suggestions for leaders of Anglo-Saxon Protestant countries, Great Britain, to a new continent, America. It was said, the annihilation of the Indians was much easier than the effort to Christianize or make them educated. They are idiots, barbarians and naked. With this situation it is difficult to make them educated. Truly defeating them is easy, but making them learn takes a long time. Genocide is a way to shorten this time. Means to win over them are many, by violence, surprise, hunger, burning plants, destroying ships and houses, tearing down fishing nets, and in the final stages of chase with fast horses and dogs that can scare them. Because this can damage their body without clothes. Second, Africa. After the American continent was free from slaves, redskins, Americans decided to import millions of slaves, dark-skinned, to serve the chosen nation. Cowboys go to the sea wandering the African beaches to hunt slaves and put them on cargo ships. Their other crimes were used to treat the first crime about the seizure of the rights of the Indians. Other crimes are still committed, but they feel they are not enough, then build new crimes. The first time, Europeans and Americans have brought at least 12 million Africans to slavery. They came handcuffed. Portugal among other European countries, including the most, bringing them to New World countries and America, without providing any guarantee for these African creatures. They don't do better than when they deal with a bunch of mice. This event was reported to UNESCO in 1978. This report tells of the horrors that have happened to Africans and the humanitarian disaster that befell them to smooth the goal of the reconstruction of America, the country involved in violence and crime and the main pillar of the spread of evil. It was stated that Africa had lost its children, about 210 million, in the slave trade. At least 25 million Africans are sent from all of the African continent from Gore Island, which is located facing the Senegalese capital, Dakar. Some of them died before arriving in the New World, due to a torture journey on a cattle cargo ship. They are castrated so that they do not produce offspring. If there are those who are old and cannot work to serve Protestant societies, callers of heaven, love, peace, freedom, brotherhood and equality, they shoot it with bullets named grace bullets. Many of them grieve and are killed in vain with this killer bullet. It is stated here that America, and especially America, foiled the conference, Durban, in 2000 when Africans demanded compensation for what happened to them. Even just apologizing, Americans refuse. America opposes the will of the international community, when they propose war and murder of Muslims in Iraq, as is the case when they oppose the will of 3,500 national organizations for human rights and 184 countries. America and her beloved child, Israel, withdrew from the conference. Even so, many people forget the crime of America and instead raise the slogan, "America is the eraser of slavery." The reasonable owner feels pleasure with his reason, whereas fools feel good with misery.